Thank you for your patience. I am at one of my favorite places in the whole world. I'm at Fellowships of the Spirit right now, outside of the grounds of Lilydale in Cassadaga, New York. And tonight I participated in what we call a circle. So, what a circle is an opportunity for people to meditate and share spiritual messages with each other. So, everyone had a chance if they wanted to cue into spirit and share some of their messages. And so, one of the participants, again, this is open to everyone. It's a developmental circle. Um, I don't think she's a card carrying psychic or medium, but she got connected with one of my favorite mentors in spirit. That's Father Kriegler. Um, my, I guess it's a grade school right through high school. He was one of my mentors at my high school, and she described him and even the fact that he liked this really heavy dish, which was called Hungarian um, Paprikash. Anyway, welcome friends to Cosmic Connections for this week. And we're going to be talking about that beautiful full moon. We're in the full moon phase. And we're also going to be talking about next week's quarter cycle as well. Hi, Hazel. Hi, everyone. Hi, Terry. Hi, Jerry. I hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. Does everyone, this is the question of the week, feel a little bit more relaxed? I don't know about you, but I had one heck of a week last week and quite a dramatic weekend, which I'm going to be talking about tonight as well. Hi, Sam. Hi, Jessica, Nancy. Hello, everyone. Big hearts to you, Mary. Happy, happy full moon. Wherever you may be, some of us are seeing the full moon, but some of us, of course, are in daylight as you are tuning into the Cosmic Connections. So tonight, as we do every time, we talk about the astrology for the week. I'm going to be talking about the astrology for next week, and we do some spiritual messages. And we also reward you, good people, for sharing, because sharing is caring. And I have my list of names here, people who have shared this while we're doing this in real time. So if you are so inspired, you'll win a Lunar Lights Club month of my subscription service, which involves basically putting together personalized horoscopes for you, and you get videos and so forth and so on. Right behind me, you can see the bookstore at Fellowships. And I'm so excited to remind you all that on August 19th and 20th, I will be here teaching 2 seminars, and they're also going to be virtual. So no matter where you are on the planet, you can take my class on the 19th and 20th. And I think I put the posting in the beginning, but just remember this, friends, if I did not, because I was kind of rushing tonight. Fellowships of the Spirit. And the 2 classes I'll be teaching is Astrology and Dreams and Spirituality. It's cool again, thanks to Saturn being in the sign of Pisces. Hi, Hazel. You're feeling more chilled? Okay. Oh, Hazel, we always remember those anniversary dates with a lot of angst and blessings to you. Blessings to you. It's been a mixed week for Emma. Emotional days, but you're feeling positive and great. Hi there, Jody. Great to see you. So I see you if I see your name. Hello, Sherry from Tasmania. How cool is that? Thank you for being here tonight. I want to say a big shout out and thank you to the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. They are so amazing and responsive to the cosmic changes overhead. Of course, we know the big event that's happening next week, which is the Venus Star Point. So please check out the offerings on the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, especially the Venus Star Point. And Julia Simmons is a wonderful organizer of all these webinars, and there's some brilliant, brilliant work out there on the website, which I hope I shared, but it's easy if you're on the Facebook page, Cosmic Intelligence Agency. And of course, I'm Cassandra Joan Butler. You're welcome to come to my website, and you'll get the links for Fellowships of the Spirit and my classes on the 19th and the 20th of August. So tonight, we're going to talk about the full moon and maybe some personal storytelling as well. And we're going to be talking about the quarter cycle, which is the last quarter cycle. So before I get to the chart of the full moon, I'm going to tell you a little story. And the story goes like this, friends. On Saturday night, I went kayaking in a local river in Western New York, and I am a experienced kayaker. I mean, I can think of it as experience is um, evaluated for doing kayaking for 20 years. That's me. I went kayaking, and well, you know what? Let me bring the astrology up first. It'll make a lot more sense. Okay. This, my friends, is what we're looking at this week. A man who's had for a time embodied an idealized version of himself is made to realize he is not the ideal. That, friends, is our full moon's message. What does this mean? It means that we have an idea of who we are, and yet the full moon's Sabian symbol of the 9 degrees Aquarius. Number one, find where 9 degrees Aquarius falls in your chart. This 9 degrees of Aquarius is reminding us is that we're not always what we think we are. And that's part of the message of this full moon. Looking at who we are and comparing it to some ideal, but then looking at what really is the real. So does anyone have that this week, the past 48 hours? I had my come to real moment on Saturday night. So let me explain what happened to me, then we'll get into the astrology because it's so perfect. This full moon was sitting on top of my Chiron. And so I'm the wounded healer. Chiron's very important in my chart. And I'm out there kayaking. I wanted to relax. I wanted to have a good time with my daughter. It was a moonlight kayak event. And I learned a new word over the weekend. I learned the word, it's called strainer. Strainer. Any kayakers out there? Well, what a strainer is, like a colander, when the water goes down a river and it's going through the water, but what is being blocked by a tree, a rock, etc., is not going through the barricade. So guess what wasn't going through the barricade? Me in my boat. So as I'm coming up against this tree, my boat started spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. And yes, this person capsized, and I had that revelatory experience of opening my eyes with my other glasses, by the way, and looking at the world upside down in the water. And my adrenaline fortunately kicked in, and I somehow clambered from underneath the boat because the boat was on top of me. And I was able to get out and get up some air. It was terrifying. And my life didn't quite go all, I did not quite see my life story evolving across my eyes, but it was a moment. So what does this mean? What does this mean? This full moon was on top of my Chiron. The reminder is we have an idealized version of ourselves, but the reality was, number one, I had a boat that was inadequate. Number two, I might have been idealizing me from years ago, and I really fell short. So there's a little giggle in my throat because it all worked out fine, and I'm here to talk to you tonight. But the essence of this full moon is seeing what's really real and not what the ideal is. Number one. Number two, this particular full moon is very tied in to this configuration in the chart. Can you see it? This little triangle? There is Venus, my friends. Venus is at the tip of what we call a yod. Now, a yod is also nicknamed the finger of God. So a yod is when two planets are making a 150-degree angle to two other planets. And in some ways, this is a question for the week, the yod is stirring up unresolved emotional issues. Venus, of course, means love, and Venus means what matters and our values. And since Venus is in conjuncting Neptune, which means the seas, by the way, and confusion, it's also in conjuncting Pluto, which means, among other things, death. So for some of us, this full moon might be triggering the death of a dream. The death of a dream, something that's been very difficult to let go of. And this particular configuration is going to be continuing really for the next couple of weeks or so. So please be aware that when we go through our lives and we have an idealized version of whatever it is we want, and then we go through our life and we say, maybe I don't really want that. The death of a dream is one of the hallmarks of the full moon. Number one. Number two, Pluto, which is, of course, the death and transformation planet, is still clearing the decks of the north and south nodes. The nodes, of course, are the pathways in our journey, which defines the collective. We are now in this new nodal promise when we're stepping in and affirming whoever we want and whomever we are in terms of our goals. So it's very, very strong. Patty, I am so sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Oh, she's lost her kitten. I'm sorry to hear that. You're in Great Britain. Nice to meet you, Hazel. Prayers for Sherry's granddaughter. Absolutely, Sherry. Hi, thanks for being here tonight, Emma. Good evening. Good evening, Karen. Hi, Marianne. Wow. Thank you for sharing, my friends. Thanks for being here, John. Hello. Hi there, Susan. Yeah, it was an epic experience. I will not forget that. Looking up and saying, where is the light? But there's no light. I was doing this at 10 o'clock at night, but I got through it. It's very humbling to capsize, let me tell you. Okay, thank you, Susan. It was quite the scare. Rodney, good evening. Hi, I'm in your own stopping grounds, Rodney. I'm here at Fellowships. You recognize the light? Yeah. It's wonderful being here, friends. And by the way, many of you do visit Lilydale, right? But Fellowships also has like classes in the evening you can attend as well. Like on Tuesday nights, we have yoga here. And on Wednesday nights, we have the circle where you sit in a circle, you meditate, and you give messages. And every other Thursday, there's sound healing with wonderful Gail. And she does a beautiful sound healing. Sue Marie, great to see you, honey. Hello, Chris. Oh, hello. Good morning from Africa. You need a woman to marry. Well, write your resume, Chris, and we'll let everyone know here. Okay? Okay. Yes, we miss you, Rodney. Good evening, Robin. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Mary. All right. So again, the message of this full moon is the death of a dream, but rebuilding our path to go into a new direction. Okay. Really? Did I not do that correctly? There it is. Okay. So that full phase is continuing until 8/8. So next week, we'll also be talking about this as well. The last quarter square, this is a very, very interesting one as well. That happens at 6:28 in the morning. It's at 15 degrees of Taurus. So step 2, take a look where 15 Taurus falls in your chart. 15 Taurus's symbol is an old teacher fails to interest his pupils in traditional knowledge. Now, I have to laugh because, stay with me, friends. An old teacher fails to interest his pupils in traditional knowledge. My event that happened on Saturday night when I capsized, someone on a Facebook page referred to me as the older woman who capsized and he helped with the big blue boat. And I laughed and I said, look, thank you for not calling me the old woman who capsized the boat. That's a little joke. But this particular new cycle that happens on 8/8 is referring to an established teacher that's not really being successful. So please keep this in mind. And a square is always about rebuilding, reconfiguring. One of the hallmarks of next week's energy is that Jupiter, Santa Claus, is right next to the moon. So we're enthusiastic. We're exaggerating our emotions, probably for good or for bad. I don't know, but just be aware of that next week. The other thing is this new moon energy has the moon. It's going to be opposite Psyche. Psyche refers, of course, to psychic awareness, psychic abilities. We still have that yacht in place, the death of a dream, and we still have the T-square of Pluto still in effect, clearing the decks. So we're going through this transitional period, and we want to let go of things that are not authentically ours. That's the keynote of Pluto squaring the nodes. A lot's happening this week. But also, please remember, the full moon is helping us become illuminated, seeing things in the dark, be able to, garnish a new version of ourselves. Again, the ideal versus the real. So let's take a look at a sentence here. So this week, between now and the 8th, I would, if you were an Aries, do this. Be open to revelations regarding your friendships, your tribe, the people around you, so that you can rebuild your income and your self-worth and value. For Taurus or Taurus rising, revealing new ways to do your career so you can rebuild yourself and your confidence. Gemini, you're revealing new secrets that you really truly believe in, your philosophy, your maybe marketing, your beliefs. Actually, physically marketing. This is for Gemini. And then you're rebuilding your psychic structure within yourself, maybe doing more meditation. For Cancers or Cancer rising, this week we're being revealed what really matters to you in terms of personal power and focus. And you're rebuilding your connections, your friendships, and your groups. For Leo or Leo rising, you're revealing how you want to be in a partnership, or you're being revealed how you are being a partner to your BFFs or your significant other. And then, by the way, Leo, you're going to be rebuilding your career next week. For Virgo, it's being revealed to you what you need to do to strengthen your personal relationship with your health. Exercise, diet, just do all those wonderful things. So you're rebuilding your ability to expand your world, maybe do some travel. For Libra or Libra rising, you're revealing to yourself what makes your heart sing. What is your favorite thing to do? What gives you joy, your creativity as well. And what you're rebuilding is your income and your money. For Scorpio, it's revealing yourself to your family, or your family is revealing itself to you. It's about family this week. Scorpio, next week, it's about rebuilding partnerships with your significant other. Sagittarius, this week, revealing what you want to do with your everyday schedule and your everyday environment. So you're rebuilding your health next week. Capricorn, you're revealing for you this week your self-worth and value, how you want to make your way in the world financially. And then next week, play. Rebuild your commitment to having fun and joy. Aquarius, this week, it's being revealed who you are, your charisma, your leadership abilities. So next week, you're rebuilding home and family. This week for Pisces, you're revealing your spiritual connections. Next week, you're rebuilding your schedule. All right, there you go, friends. So there you go. Hi there, Sarah from Nebraska. Hello. You lost sound of your sign? Okay, Aquarius. Okay, that I can know it up here, right here. Jody, this is your full moon. It's in Aquarius, right? So you're a Sag. Look, you know what? I'm just going to go back. We can see this. By the way, I have the code here on the slides, right? So Sagittarius people are revealing their relationship with time and their schedule. So they're rebuilding their health next week. How's that sound? Sagittarius. See it, Jody? It goes 3 to 6, 3 to 6. Hi, Dawn. Taurus again. All right. I'm leaving the slide on the screen so y'all can see it. So Taurus or Taurus rising is revealing what they want to do in their career and rebuilding themselves next week. Does that make sense? You're very welcome, Jody. I miss seeing you. Hi, Cindy. Oh my goodness, you're giving an oh my goodness sign. All right, friends. Let's take a look. Jadon, hello. Nice to see you. This is always available to watch later. Yes, Hazel. It's on all the platforms. It's on my platforms, on the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, and on my YouTube. And I'm not sure who's watching where, when, but yeah, it's going to be recorded and you can see it later. I want to thank you so much, friends, for sharing this. When you share, you care. And every time you share, I put your name in a basket. Here's the basket. I'm going to pick a name. And the name of our winner for the Lunar Lights Club for this week is Christine Rimbeck. I don't know if you're in the room tonight, Christine, but Thank you for sharing. Your name is going to go in there, and I thank you. But Christine won, and I'm going to contact you, Christine. But sometimes it's better to be contact me. I froze. Did I freeze? It's not winter yet, Kim. I think my internet's pretty good. But anyway, you can always go back and review this. Friends, we're going to do our spiritual part of our gathering. And and I apologize. Maybe the internet is not as strong as I'd like it to be, but I'm going to go forth and give you guys some spiritual messages. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing for the highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, I'm coming to Deb Divine. Divine, hello, Deb. Would you like a message? Deb, would you like a message? Just say yes. If you'd like a message. There's Deb. Okay. So, okay, great, Deb. So as I'm tuning into your energy tonight, I feel that you have been doing some again, I was in a development circle here tonight. It was wonderful at Fellowships of the Spirit. And that's one of the ways we develop our psychic mediumistic skills, by praying and meditating together and then giving messages. I feel you've been doing that, Deb, as well. I feel that you have been extraordinarily gifted and pursuing your own spiritual gifts. And if you haven't been doing it most recently, you're thinking about doing that, joining a group, joining a circle. I want to say, as I'm tuning into your energy, Deb, there's a grandmother on your mother's side of the family who's especially spiritual. She was more of a prayer than a meditator, but she's coming in, and she's coming in with the color pink all around her. That was maybe a favorite color, maybe, and she also liked pink roses. I'm getting the word Rosa Sharon, peonies, pink roses. Pink was her color. And I'm looking at your thing. You have pink. You have pink there as well. But this grandmother's coming in, and she's giving you a message for you to stay in the pink, that you've had some health issues that you've been concerned of most recently. And as a result, you're really working harder on your disciplined action to maintain your health. I'm not feeling a health issue, but you're working very mightily on becoming a lot healthier by maintaining, all the stuff we know we shouldn't do, like reducing the sugars, reducing some of the, I'm not telling you should do this, I'm just getting this from spirit, reducing some of the carbs, but you're becoming a lot healthier. I'll leave that with God's blessings, my dear Deb. I am, as a matter of introduction, I should say this to you all. I'm an Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, an astrologer since 1987. And I'm also a trained medium and psychic. And this is one of my training places where I'm at tonight, right? I took classes here at Fellowships of the Spirit. Now I'm on the faculty here. I'm teaching some classes on the 19th and the 20th of August. Check out my website for details. And so we like to do a little astrology and a little psychic mediumship. Another little reminder, but we'll say that before we go. I want to do one more message and let you guys get some sleep. And I'm going to get some sleep too, because that full moon kept me up 2 nights ago with my little boat capsizing story. Okay. My thumb is coming to Carrie Rojo. Carrie, would you like a message? Carrie. My thumb came to you, dear. Just say yes or no. Hi, Luna Beams. Okay. Hello, Bridget. Hello. Okay, Carrie, my dears, I'm tuning into your energy. The first thing I'm seeing or feeling is lights, like literally like redoing the lights around you in your home. Maybe getting some fairy lights or different light bulbs or light fixtures or something along these lines. On a really not light metaphorically, but lights and changing the lighting around you in your home. And I want to also take that up a metaphorical way for you, Carrie, as well, that you have been pursuing what we would call light work or being a light worker for a number of years. And sometimes Spirit is saying this to you. Sometimes we might not put all of our intention into something, and then we shift and we do something else. But the work that we've done in spirituality is maintained even though we're not actively doing the work. So they're reassuring you that just because you might not be like teaching or taking a class, you're still being, I want to say the word hibernating or in the cocoon of developing your spiritual gifts. And I'm getting healing with you as well, because my hands almost are lit up as I'm looking at my fingertips. I don't know if you do Reiki or if you learn some hands-on healing. I'm also very impressed to tell you that there's a gentleman from Spirit who comes in here. He's a very simple man. He loved gardening. I feel this is a father's father. I don't think it's your father. I think it was your father's father or grandfather who has his rake and his hoe. And he was always like in the garden and creating beautiful not just flowers, but also food with his farming skills or his gardening skills. And he's saying, Carrie, you do plant seeds with people all the time. You are also a gardener because you are always impressing upon others ways to improve themselves, that you do that in subtle ways and sometimes in very direct ways. But he's very proud of how you are managing your stress by giving to other people. So sometimes we do that, right? We're going through a stressful time, but then we forget ourselves and we put our attention onto others. So yes, you are 3rd degree Reiki. Wonderful. Yes. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, we keep to our 30 minutes, don't we, friends? Kelly, that's a good comment, sweetheart, because a lot of times when we do, this is called platform mediumship or meet and greet. It's what's done here at Lilydale, at fellowships. Sometimes I will say a message and we can actually benefit by listening to other people's messages. Okay. In other words, sometimes the messages are the right words, the right time for the right people who happen to be there. That's how that works. Okay. You're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Bridget. Yeah. Well, you're very welcome to come and sit with me, and I can do, a message for you. This is what I do, friends. I'm always working in tandem with the astrology and the mediumship. Many blessings to you, friends. I want to thank you very much for being here. Remember the illumination of the full moon. Remember, we're learning a lot about ourselves, that idealization and the real McCoy. We're all going through that. And a death of a dream might be happening this week and a half. It's okay, because as some door closes, another door opens. And please always remember that. I mean, that's what I get through my life, right? One door shuts, another one surely is going to open. And that's the message for the next 2 weeks. Many blessings. I appreciate you. Thank you. Big love. And meditate on that beautiful full moon. See you next week.